It's the right to work. So, what kind of mayhem shall take place today? What kind of chaos shall ensue? Maybe I shouldn't ask that. How are you, YouTubers? Subs? I pray you're not losing heart. Alright, I'm going to try not to repeat myself or say catchphrases over and over again. Or say you know a lot. You know. Oh wow, I just deleted half. Just deleted half of my vocabulary. What am I going to say now? Oh, yeah. So I was reading Zero Hedge last night before I went to bed, and CME, the Commodities Exchange, did 18.5% margin call. Yeah. I didn't see that one coming down. I knew once we get a certain level, they do a margin call. They do this every time, it seems. Any movement in the market, down or up, doesn't seem to matter. It's margin call time. They're just forcing out the weak stomachs, the idiots who play paper games. You know. Oh man. I get upset because I didn't realize there were so many punters, but no, I think pretty much the punters have already been kicked out of the paper markets. The only people who are really actively into the precious metals, oh gosh, here we go with another precious metals video. You know, the only people in precious metals now are the banks that are rigging the futures and hoarding physical precious metals to themselves. Sovereign nations which have, you know, the capital to pay such extreme rates on margins, and people who are in it for the you know, heavy hitter investors who are part of the problem. I don't have any problem with wealth. I don't have any problem with people making money. I'm not. You know, we're in a profit-oriented system. God, why do I do that? My brain fart all the time. But we're in a profit-oriented system, so I understand people have to make money. I mean, that's how we keep the slave trade going, is by earning slave credits. I get that, yes. In order to keep operating. But I don't care for the false shepherds who profit off of the free word they've been given. Now, I mean, there are people out there who are biblically based, who are actually offering a product or a service, like, you know, anointing oils or well, let's just not even go down that road, because it just opens up a whole bunch of nonsense. Anyway, you know, what I was given freely, so I freely give. As a matter of fact, it comes pouring out of me. Don't really care for the teachers who go and they pretend to have unity long enough to, you know, they get along with each other long enough to present their latest teaching, and then go ahead and kick each other in the balls anytime thereafter. You know, it's just like, okay, we'll get together long enough to make a profit off of our little soiree, our what do they call those? Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Conference. Ah, yeah, the conference. And you make all the punters come in and pay for the conference and the, you know, and the overhead, and we'll make a little, you know, scratch off of that, you know, pimping our wares, you know, our paraphernalia. You know, buy my new CD. Attend my 3-hour seminar, my 3-hour lecture on the alphabet soup of all, you know, biblical conspiracy, blah, 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 you know, all the stuff you couldn't figure out on your own. I own it. Now you must buy it from me. Drives me nuts. And you guys are no better than the bankers. I understand you have a building to upkeep. You have, you know, your overhead. That church system, it's over, okay? We need to, you know, the underground church is about to be resurrected, okay? We're going to be, you know, it will be the sermon under the stars. And that's where you're going to find the Ruach HaKodesh. That's where you're going to find it. You're not going to find it in that building one day a week. You're going to find it in all places, every day, all day, every night, all night. It's the only thing going to keep you going. And you're not going to be worried about paying Pastor such and such as 10% religion tax. I don't know why you're honking at me. I let her go. Let him go. Pastor such and such is going to be in the trenches with you. He's going to be an example. He's not going to be holding court. You know, you guys who are doing that and you are feeling irritated or agitated by what I said, big deal. You know, I'm nobody. Why are you getting upset about what I said? The pastoral leadership is, you know, giving you the round belly. Power to you. Power to you. Happen to think that, you know, if Elohim is with you, you should give that out for free, because he gave it to you for free, and I think that reward will come to you. But if you're just standing there giving a word with cap in hand, you're no better than a money changer in my eyes. Sorry. Now, there's a lot of great ministries out there, and there are people who are doing the work of Elohim, and I think they should be compensated for their efforts, for their working in the vineyards and in the fields. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about the proselytizers, the false shepherds. who are shearing their sheep before due season, who have made themselves McMansions on the backs of their poor and their needy, who have fed themselves instead of their flock. You know who I'm talking about. If you're not doing that, I'm not talking to you. But if you are, you better get it right, because there ain't going to be any more time for this. You're either going to join the New World Order or you're going to lose your building. You're either going to join with Satan or you're going to get right with Elohim. That's all I got to say with that. And your argument isn't with me anyway. Just read Jeremiah. Just read the words of Yeshua. Anyway, it looks like it's going to be another great big day full of over-the-top headlines, this and that. Oh, before I forget, how many of you guys have got free Google Plus subscriptions because you either have a YouTube channel or a Google email? And, I thought that was an invitation thing only. I guess that was just for a limited time in order to get the the jerks or the chumps in first. Hey, all right, let's get the trendy people in first, and we'll use trendy culture and exclusivity to get people to want to join the NSA spy engine. Wow. Because I turned on my YouTube subscription and it says you have Google Plus subscription. I was like, I don't want the Google Plus subscription. I don't know about you, but I never wanted the Google Plus subscription. And now it's like, you have 4 people in your circle. So I don't know anybody. What is this? And then I click on it, and it's family members. I'm like, how do you know all this crap? And then this is all after they go, all right, we would like you to use your real name as your username here on BlueTube. And I was like, no. If people really want to know what my name is, it's not hard to figure that out. Oh, see, now that's my circular thinking. Google did figure it out. It's like, okay, it asked me like several times, would you like to use your real name, blah, blah, blah. And then it'd ask you why and give you a series of A, B, C, or D to answer why you don't want to use your real name. And it's like, are you kidding me? Because it's none of your business. I can use a little bit of anonymity. You got my face on the YouTube already anyway. You can figure it out. But, and then all of a sudden I've got this Google Plus subscription. I don't want the Google Plus. I don't use it. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not going to put my whole life up on the internet so that you can, I took 3 number 1s and 2 number 2s today. That's how just pathetic people's, little blurbs on this damn thing are, man. It's ridiculous. It's like, they just let everything out. It's just like, wow. It's like verbal diarrhea all up there on the Google Plus page. That's just crap-tacular, really. Really, I applaud you people for just the superfluousness. Oh, yeah. yes. Anyway, well, I guess I made the YouTube bit a little bit longer than I had expected. Anyway, yeah, I don't care about Google Plus. I don't care about face crap. I don't care about any of it. You know, I mean, people got me to subscribe to the MySpace, and then I never used it. You know, I used it for about 3 days, and I was like, this is stupid. I don't need to post everything, you know. I mean, if I was trying to, you know, sell something, maybe, I don't know. And then Facebook came along, and I was like, oh, if you want to be successful in your commerce, you need to go e-commerce and do Facebook. And I said, I don't think so. So I made a Facebook page, you know, thing. I can't, blah. And I never used it, you know. It's like, well, no, I take that back. I used it for news and information, and then that just got out of control. I was just like, you know what, that's enough. You know, I was constantly checking Facebook to see what new things were coming up, and then I was getting friends. You know, I had like 500-600 friends. I was like, I don't know any of these people. They just friend me because I use the menorah as my icon. Yay! All right. So I had every Jew wannabe and messy antic and you know, just nut coming out of the corners going, oh, I want to be your friend, you know, and then just saying just mean things to each other. This guy didn't like that guy, and that guy didn't like this girl, and this girl didn't like anybody, and it was ridiculous. The pettiness of it all. It's like, dude, you don't even know each other. And here you are kicking each other in the balls, you know? Just, what is this? What is this? You know, you don't know this guy's ministry, and you don't know this girl's gifting. You don't know each other. So stop being petty. Stop being trite. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I got off of Facebook because I thought it was just stupid. You know, and I was spending way too much time looking at things that mattered not. So here we are. Anyway, that's my thing. Did you get a free Google Plus thing? That's where I started, and I got all down this rabbit trail. Did you just get your Google Plus for free after, you know, 400 people invited you and you didn't accept their Google Plus invitation? That's basically what happened to me. They just gave me one. It's like, oh, here's your Google Plus. And like, I didn't want the Google Plus. Thank you very much. Go home. Anyway, so magically I'm Google Plus subscriber 0, you know, of course, because that's what I use for everything. Anyway, because I don't matter. Shalom.